Welcome to the software journey with GKey. Power BI classes with real-time interview questions and answers. Class 27. How to create a calendar table using DAX in Power BI.
In this part of training, we are going to discuss about how to create a calendar table using DAX. Here, a calendar table, that is date table, is essential for time intelligent functions like YTD, MTD, QTD, year-on-year growth, something like that. You can create a date table directly in Power BI using DAX. In the previous class, we have seen how to create a date table by using Power Query M language. Now we are going to create a date table using DAX functions. Here, the function which we are going to use is calendar function to create a date table. Once you use the calendar function and if you use the minimum and maximum dates, this way the dates are going to be created. And step by step process to create a calendar table here is, first we have to get into the modeling and we have to click on new table and we can use the calendar DAX function, and we can you can create a minimum and maximum ranges by using calendar function, and you can add the other useful date columns like year, month, quarter, something like that. After creating the base table, add calculator columns. These things I will show you practically. This is the first approach to create a date table by using the calendar function. There is another approach that is by using calendar auto function. If you want Power BI to automatically detect the minimum and maximum dates, calendar is equal to calendar auto. You can use this function. It is useful when you want full data like date range automatically. Data source dates vary here. Here the important steps for both of this is we have to mark as date table. For that we have to get into the modeling, mark as date table, select date column in that list. This ensures correct time intelligence behavior. Finally, why we are creating this date table by using DAX is to work with time intelligence functions that I have shown you in the previous slide. And coming to the interview point of a question, you can create a calendar table using DAX with calendar and calendar auto functions, then add columns like year, month, quarter, and mark it as a date table as we explained here. Let us see these things practically in Power BI. I am in Power BI. I have taken the financials sheet which is having different data here. Now in that, in table view, I am just checking what are different dates available. Here the dates available are 2013 and 2014, 2 years data available in our financial sheet. Now I am trying to create the date table. Here I have to get into the model, like modeling. Here you will be having an option called new table. You have to click on the new table, then you can write your DAX here. I have DAX with me. I can share you this as well. This is the first part. Here creating a date table, I am using like variables like for minimum date and maximum date. Here minimum dates is like 2023 Jan 1st and max date is 2014 12/31. That means in our financials the date columns which are available are from 2013 and 2014. That's why I'm taking minimum and maximum dates by using these values. And by using this return function and by having the calendar that we have discussed, we can create the date range like this. Maximum would be minimum, a maximum financial date. What is the maximum date in the financial? Up to that, the maximum value is going to be created. In the same way, minimum date, max date also created. By using these function, we can create a date table like this. See, now the date table has been created. It has been created in a hierarchical format. If you want to add other than the date columns to the date table, then what we have to do is we can add them individually. Now I have different columns here. To add to this date table, we have to go and create a new column, and you can create a year. Here I'm trying to create a year column based on date table. Okay. Now the year has been created. In the same way, I'll be creating other columns like month. It is like new column. You have to select the new column, not the new measure here. Now the month has been created, and month number also I'm trying to create new column. Here month number we are directly getting from the date table that we have created, and the quarter that we are going to create here. See, here we are concatenating this Q to the format Q. We are taking the quarter from here, quarter we are creating, and year and month also I'm trying to create this column as well. This will be in this format year, that means 2013 month in this format. This column is going to be created, and next column you can have whatever column you want. I'm just creating these columns. These columns are going to be useful for you. You can use this script. I'll be sharing this document with you in the description. You can use these things. Now these are the different columns apart from the date column that has been created by using the calendar. These columns that I have created, and I'm clicking on the date. Now we have created the date table and with other columns as well. Now we have to mark it as date table. For that we have to go to mark as date table. You have to mark as date. You have to enable this option, and we have to choose the column called a date that has been created here. Now it is fully compatible for the time intelligence functions. See, if you want to create like any visual here, for example, if you want to take an year wise sales or something, see, these are the 2 years that are from date, and this is the sales. This is how we can create the date table by using DAX function, which is called a calendar function. Now we have other approach, that is creating a date by using calendar auto. See, here calendar auto automatically scans all the date columns in the model and creates a date range from earliest to the latest date. That means we have a financial sheet here. We have a date column. Based on this date column, it will identify the minimum and maximum value. Automatically it will create the date range, and it will create the date table by using this auto function. I have the script ready for this as well. I'm taking the script. Here I'm going to the modeling. I'm trying to create a new table. Now I'm using calendar auto instead of calendar. The date I have already used, that's why I'm just giving date 1 to create another thing. Now the date table has been created. These are the columns. This is the calendar auto. It will automatically create the range from like minimum and maximum date that are from financials, and these are the columns that I have added. I'll be giving the script to you people in the description. You can use for calendar auto and calendar functions. These are the two functions which are used to create calendar function. We can specify the particular range from start to end, whereas calendar auto, it will automatically detect in the model based on the date column what are the minimum and maximum values in the model sheets or model tables, and it is going to be created a separate date table. Now we are in date. Now I'm just mark it as date table. This is a mandatory step. Why? Because once we turn it as a date table only, we can make use of the functionality of this thing properly. Now instead of this year, I'm trying to take this year now. See, in this way, there are two ways to create a date table by using DAX functions. If you want to specify a certain minimum range and maximum range, then you can go for the calendar function. And if you want to take the values which are already available in the model date columns, then to detect those minimum and maximum value, there is a function called calendar auto function. By using that function, you can make use of all the dates which are available in the model. In this way, we can create a date table that can be very much useful for time intelligent functions. Okay, year-on-year growth, YTD, QTD, NTD, something like that. To calculate that kind of things, we can go for creating these date tables. Once you create a date table, if you want to establish a relationship, see here, these are the two date tables that we have created. Once you drag and drop this date onto the financial dates, and it is going to create one-to-many relationship, and cross filtering is a single direction. Now if you save, it is going to be created in this way. This is a date table that I have created by using calendar auto function. No need of taking two functionalities for the same table. I just created it for you another way of approach, and this is how you have to map it. And if you want to make use of any calculations to be calculated based on the table. Now the date table and the financial tables are linked, are referenced by using a date call. I think you got some idea about how to create a calendar date or calendar auto date or date table by using DAX functions. Thank you.
Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Join the GKey community and grow your IT profession with us.